There's a storm brewing under the surface of everything you thought you knew. It's quiet, but it's fierce. This pressure building inside every single soul who's tired of the same old lines, the empty promises, the invisible chains disguised as freedom. Maybe you feel it too, that gnawing sense that the world isn't made for you, that the systems around you don't see you, don't get you, and definitely don't want you to break free. Every day, the world tries to box you in, tells you how to think, where to invest, who to follow, how to measure success. But inside, the fire rages. This craving for change so deep it can't be ignored. Right now, most people play it safe. They follow the rules, blend in, accept the comfortable lies about equality and opportunity. But for those who really see it, the world is a trap. It's a cleverly constructed illusion that convinces you you're free while quietly stealing your power. You're told to wait your turn, to toe the line, to accept applause for just surviving. But survival isn't enough. Not for you. You're aching for more courage, more connection, more boldness to rewrite the story that's been handed to you. The question is, how do you grab that power back? How do you stop being a passenger in a ride that's heading nowhere good and start steering toward a future you actually believe in? Here's the brutal truth. The future doesn't arrive from the middle, from the safe places, from the crowd. The real change, the kind that shakes everything to its core, comes from those edges, the few who refuse comfort, who reject the status quo, who are done living a borrowed life. This isn't about waiting for permission or following blueprints created for someone else's dreams. It's about breaking those blueprints entirely. It's about you, the founder, the investor, the leader who's been standing on the margins, quietly burning with a vision no one else dares to touch. You're not missing brilliance. It's here, scattered among a misaligned, disconnected few. What's missing is the bridge to connect that brilliance, to turn isolated sparks into a wildfire that can't be ignored. Imagine a world where the exceptional isn't silenced or sidelined, where the rare, the misunderstood, the radical come together, not in noisy crowds, but in focused, fierce connections that honor difference without demanding conformity. Instead of the system grinding down ideas into safe, optimized pieces, it lifts the edges, tears down the walls, and creates a space where the individual's fire isn't snuffed out, but fanned into a blaze. The world's current freedom is a lie if it keeps you boxed in, playing small, following instead of leading. But real freedom? It's ruthless. It's choosing your own path, questioning every rule, demanding that what you build serves you, not the other way around. You have probably felt the isolation, the frustration of not finding others who see the world as you do, who are as hungry to tear down fake frontiers and build something honest, something that lasts. Maybe you've struggled with finding where you truly belong, not in terms of fitting in or conforming, but where your fire is understood, amplified, and made stronger by those who burn just as brightly. That feeling of being torn between worlds, of knowing you can't go back to old ways, yet not knowing exactly where to go, that's the crucible where something new is born. Not just a new company or a new idea, but a new kind of elite. A new force made up of the few daring enough to disrupt not just industries, but systems. A network not bound by borders or narrow identities, but by shared purpose and uncompromising vision. This emerging elite isn't about titles or power handed down through old hierarchies. It's about becoming sovereign, owning your will like the sharpest tool you have. It's about being critical when everything around you begs for obedience, questioning what everyone else takes for granted. It's about transforming not only your world, but how reality itself can be redefined, torn apart, and put back together by those who don't settle. This elite is selective. They don't chase followers, don't cultivate noise. They gather only the rare few who burn as they burn, those willing to slow down, to play the long game, because they know that quick wins don't build legacies. Now, more than ever, the world needs what this group can create, because out there, history is watching. It waits for those who refuse easy answers, who break the molds, who hold fast to their own truth even when the whole planet wants them to fold. This is no time for safety nets or half measures. It's time to build the spaces and connections that turn isolated brilliance into unstoppable power. To create infrastructures not for the many, but for the few who will reshape the future, not because they want praise or profits alone, but because they understand that real, lasting change demands partnership, trust, and relentless courage. So if you catch yourself restless, if you're carrying that deep discomfort with how things are, know that you're already on the path. The silence that's been unbearable is a sign, not a mistake. It's the spark before the flame. The yearning inside you isn't a flaw, but a calling. This movement, this quietly growing force, is the answer to a world that forgot how to value wildness, real individuality, and the bravery to rise above limits. It's a network without borders, a collection of rare souls who find strength in their differences and power in their alignment. No, this is not for everyone. It's not for those who prefer comfort, conformity, or the easy roads. It's for those who refuse to be tamed, who would rather burn than break under the weight of empty systems. It's for founders, investors, leaders, visionaries who see beyond the illusion and demand more, not just from the world, but from themselves. Because to create something truly new, something that shakes the foundations, you first have to unlearn every rule designed to keep you down. This is the dawn of a new kind of elite, born not from privilege or exclusion, but from courage, connection, and a fierce refusal to accept the world as it is. The question isn't whether you can be part of it. The real question is, can you afford not to be? This is your moment to stop playing by a broken system's rules and start writing your own. The fire inside you has the power to light the way, not just for yourself, but for everyone ready to follow. The world is waiting for those who will dare. Will you answer?